Okay, I wanted to run over the answers to the most recent quiz. So since you're not going to be getting the answers back in class to study over the weekend for your final exam, so this will give you at least the answers to the questions and be able to help you do some studying. So the first question on the last quiz was, what is the difference between compensation, total rewards, and perks? And compensation is essentially the value that is paid to employees for work completed or achieved within a company or business, which may include salary, the cash value of the company in stock, paid benefits, bonuses, 401 matching, that sort of cash compensation. Perks are actually non-cash awards, such as maybe a gym membership, medical professionals coming in during a health fair to do some non-invasive screening, free parking, bus or subway passes, coffee in the kitchen, free luncheons during business meetings, that sort of thing. So there's not really a cash value to it. And the total rewards is the combination of the two. It's the cash value paid to the employee plus the perks, which are non-cash values that are total together that equal total rewards. Now the second question is, why must an HR representative carefully audit and analyze job descriptions, marketing, compensation, salary surveys, and then carefully put together a compensation plan for all the job descriptions in the company? Well, here's the answer. The HR representative must carefully audit and analyze job descriptions. They need to look at the market to see what is being paid by competitors. They need to conduct salary surveys from public and private companies or public sites such as the government, so that they can determine a range of salary compensation that is clear and fair across the board. And this avoids any kind of prejudicial bias for earned compensations for employees working within the company that may have the same job or the same job tasks or responsibilities, but may have differing knowledge, skills, or abilities or education, as well as having gender or other ethnic differences. So it's really important that the HR representative put down and write clear job descriptions and create salary ranges and levels and point systems so that everybody can be paid fairly within their salary and their compensation within the company. The third question is, what is the difference and what are the elements that have to be in place to determine whether an employee is an exempt or a non-exempt employee? And in order to be classified as an exempt employee, the salary, the nature of the work, and the duties must meet specifications for one of the following categories, including executives, administrative, outside sales job, professionals, and highly skilled computer-related occupations. In addition to that, the exempt worker has to have a job classification that does not require payment of overtime pay for time worked in excess of 40 hours per week. And they have to be paid at least $23,000 per year and on a salary basis. And they have to also be able to have capabilities of primary duties of management, which means they have input to the job status of the employees, such as hiring or firing and promotions. A non-exempt employee will be subject to the minimum wage and overtime pay. So if in the state of Virginia and federal law states if you work over 40 hours in one work week, you must be paid time and a half for any hours exceeding 40 hours. And they also have to be subject to minimum wage, and that is what differentiates an exempt from a non-exempt employee. Now, merit pay plans. There are several different kinds of merit pay plans where an employee can earn above and beyond their compensation, salary, or cash value. One would be a spot award where they're recognized or rewarded for good work or beyond the call of duty, or they've done something in addition to their normal tasks. Another merit pay plan would be profit sharing, where the company can split the profit or determine a ratio for profit to be paid to the employee based on a monthly, quarterly, or annual revenue within the company and their incoming sales. They could be awarded for piecework productivity. So if a employee of the company is earning money based on the number of websites that they create or number of website pages they create, they could be paid special pay for going above and beyond what the minimum quota is. So if they're expected to do 5 to 6 website pages a week but actually get 7 or 8 done, they could be paid in addition for that. Another would be a team incentive. So if they're part of a team that accomplished a special task that gained for the company, then they could be paid specially for that as part of themselves and the rest of the team. There could be sales incentive. So if the used car salesman actually exceeds the quota of selling 5 used cars per week and actually sells 9 or 10, they could be given additional merit pay because they went above and beyond what the minimum expectation would be. So those are some examples of merit pay plans. Okay. Question number 5, when it said explain the equity theory and compensation planning, I think that a lot of people missed out on exactly what I was trying to get for an answer there. In the equity theory, the human resources management and staff will compare input and outcome levels to those of other people in similar situations to determine if they're being treated the same in terms of pay and other outcomes. So they would go in and do an audit of a job description and make sure that the males and the females with the same job description, or the African Americans or the Asians with the same job description or same job title, would be earning or are being treated the same for salary, compensation, rewards such as training or educational reimbursement, so that there will be no bias or prejudice found in an audit by an external agency. So the equity theory and compensation planning relates back to the first question, where it essentially notes that everybody is paid fair, the job descriptions are fair, and the compensation is fair no matter what type of person is conducting the job tasks and responsibilities. So hopefully these answers to these questions for the last quiz will help you determine and be able to study for the final exam for the Human Resources Management class at Art Institute.